Hi friends, welcome to the Leaf Heart Path. For those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Andrea Graham. I am an intuitive healer, a Reiki and cord cutting practitioner, and a tarot card reader. I'm currently taking personal clients. You can find booking details in the comment box below. It is February as of the time that I'm filming this, and I do get a lot of requests about relationships or about how other people see you. So I thought I'd stick within those themes as we have Valentine's Day just around the corner. Today's reading is about who has their eye on you, who has a crush on you. So we will jump into some details about it in each pile. So for now, take a look at the 4 decks that we have here. Each deck is going to represent a pile. Pile number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I am going to put some crystals on these for those of you who like choosing with those. So pile number 1, we have Celestite with the Wild Unknown Tarot. Pile 2 is the Embroidered Forest Tarot, and it has a yellow crystal cluster. I'd love to know what this is. As I recall, it has honey calcite in it, but I don't remember what else is living here. Pile 3, Mystic Mondays Tarot with pink halite. Pile 4 is the Modern Witch Tarot with Aragonite. And pile 5 is the Austera Tarot deck with a clear crystal point. So take a moment to center yourself, take a deep breath, cast your gaze over the piles here and see which draws you in. You can pause the video should you need more time to choose. Timestamps and chapters are listed below. I will see you in your video. Hi group 1, if you picked the Celestite and the Wild Unknown Tarot, then this is your reading on who has their eye on you, who has a crush on you. We are going to start with an energy check for you today, and then from there you can feel if the pile is representative of you, if it sounds like you. And going on from that point, we will see who is drawn into this particular energy that you're putting out there. So let's get into your reading. We're going to start with an archetype card from the Wild Unknown Archetype. This is Kairos. We also have from the Spirit deck, Bear and Nightingale. Beautiful. Okay, let's chat. So, with Kairos here, this card is about mythic time and synchronicities. So group 1, this could be a hint that this crush may turn into something else a bit more promising when the time is right. This could be a hint too about how this person felt when they first saw you, or when they will first see you if you haven't met yet. The idea of, think about movies where the time just slows down. We have this moment stretched out and the feeling of something big that is just stirring inside. But let's also talk about how Kairos applies to you and your personality. So you may be someone who has their own sense of timing. You aren't too early or too late to anything in your mind because you have your own innate sense of what perfect timing is. This may exasperate some people who are more involved in linear time, but I suspect you're very endearing to them. Nevertheless, there would be a dreamy quality to you, or for some of you, you're just very in the moments, in your head. Now, on the flip side, this could also look quite different. You might be somebody who is very concerned about time and planning, and you always manage to make your movements seem effortless as you juggle daily tasks. You may come off as poised and unbothered by deadlines that seem to consume others with worries because you know that you're taken care of and you are very responsible, or you just find deadlines very easy to work with. It's fuel in a sense. Some people work better under pressure, for example. But in either case here, there's an alignment in your words and your deeds and an effortlessness about you that is hypnotizing or maddening for some people. And I don't see the issue of time as a big struggle for you. Things just line up perfectly no matter the way that you make your way in the world, which may cause a tinge of envy in some people. You have this way of existing, group one, outside the realms that bind others, a flower or fruit that's perpetually in season, that's always ripe and it's always ready. People may wonder, how is it always spring with this person? Now, with Bear here, be chill. With Bear, you may be on the cusp of something new. While it may always be spring for you, there is something that is just beyond your reach. A new target that you're aiming for, a goal, something to strive for. You can just see it beyond the veil. You're just peeking through here. So there is this sense of awakening in you. It may be spiritual for some of you, but it really could be any endeavor because we have a lot of people watching this. There is a new yearning to grow and you are ready to go after this. So for some of you, this goal may be related to your voice as we have the nightingale here. It could be a musical talent, speaking up for a cause, being an advocate, or writing. For others, this may simply describe another dimension of your character. You may embody any of these characteristics. I love how the creator of this deck and book, Kim Krans, describes the nightingale song as otherworldly. So yes, you are group one. I'm also being pulled to mention the throat chakra, as it is associated with voice, and the suit of swords in tarot has this same quality to it. So we want to remember that our words impact is quick to cut or quick to heal. You may embody either edge of the sword from time to time, words that hurt or words that help. And some of you may be incredibly generous, kind, and thoughtful human beings on that softer side of the sword. Also, the throat chakra, I want to mention, is associated with this lighter color blue that we have here, and we see it represented there as well. And so that's just something to think about. I think in one of my last videos, I kind of talked about that with a group, how the color turquoise or light blue, wearing a stone like that, even drinking from a turquoise cup, putting on a handkerchief or wearing that color can help work on that energy of the throat chakra and help energy kind of move through things. So one last little bit here to our energy check. I want to do IMs. And the IMs that are coming through to describe your character are, oh, perfect, IM throat. Can't make this stuff up. Oh, I'm going to scoot that down just a little bit. Sorry, Bear. We also have I am nurturing. Perfect. And I am bold. That would be the other side of the sword. So it's like we have the two sides here right now. So I am throat, I am bold, I am nurturing. It really sounds like a nice blend of all the things that we've talked about. And if this feels like you, group one, stick around for who is drawn into this particular energy. And if you're not sure, stick around anyway, because this may be how this person sees you or will see you. We aren't always the greatest judge of our own character, and sometimes it takes an outside perspective to show us what is special about us. So next, we're going to hop into the details about who has their eye on you. Okay, so how your crush sees you. First, we have the Nine of Wands and the Mother of Cups. Okay, so you are just out of reach. For some of you who already have met this person or who have come into contact in some way, shape, or form, this person has likely been trying to find ways to get closer to you, making plans to run into you, or to have a reason for the two of you to talk, perhaps making themselves more available or checking you out on social media, but it's been harder than it looks. Yeah. And that could be because of the effortless and timeless quality that you have. You seem to them to move one way and the other, and they just may not be able to pin you down. And I'm not saying this person's stalking you, by the way. Just acting in a way that a crush might, especially someone who is putting you on a bit of a pedestal. And if you are as communicative or bold and sharp at times as the cards were indicating for some of you, this would be a very intimidating energy for some people. For others, it may make them try that much harder to reach you. You're just out of reach. You're almost there. They may be a shy person, or you just dazzle them so much that they become a bit tongue-tied around you. And I am hearing someone saying that their brain just shut down. So that's the extent that your influence could have on people. And they may see you also, for some of you, as this Mother of Cups here, this Queen energy, the nurturing that came out earlier. This card can indicate these types of energies. And this again emphasizes a bit of the otherworldliness to me, an intangibility that you project. Essentially, there is a bit of a divide here between the two of you, something that's keeping the two of you apart. All right, so let's talk a little bit about appearances and how this person generally acts. So remember, when we get into appearances with these kinds of readings, you have to take everything with a grain of salt, because there are so many people watching this. This person can look like many, many different people, because we have people from all over the world watching. So this reading is more about the energy of the person, but I'm going to toss in appearance references for those people who feel a pull to this. What I'm going to do is throw down 3 cards. Your person may fall into one of the 3 as a distinct type, or it may be a blending of personality between some of the cards, all of the cards, or a blending of how they might look from those cards as well. Or the person may not look like any of those things, and it might just be the energies that are coming through. I'm not going to be specifying gender, as these videos are made for everyone, so this person could identify as male, female, non-binary. It doesn't matter. It is what resonates for you. Okay. So the first card we have here is Justice. I'm just going to put these right on top. Okay. So Justice. So for some of you, this person may have slightly tan skin, great hair, nice cheekbones. There is definitely a nice smile that's happening here. It's kind of a secret smile. They may have a strong chin or beard. They may be of Asian descent. And what's really striking me is the imagery here on this card. How we have, I'm trying to get that in focus, how we have almost two sides of the same coin. The other side of the mirror, in a sense. So this person might mean, or might think, that you have similar attitudes. You might have a similar look. You may have similar personality traits. They may see you that way. There is just a balance, I think, that's implied here going on. Yeah, they might see you as 2 sides of the same coin. Okay. For our second draw here, this is really bright and colorful. Hopefully that's a little in focus. So this is the sun, and that's really bright. So this person may be very colorful in how they dress. They may present themselves to the world. Again, really great hair. I don't know if I mentioned the hair before. Great hair. It may be for the majority of you that the hair on this person is shoulder length or longer. It may have a lot of volume. It may be styled nicely. This card may indicate for this person there's lighter skin and hair, perhaps blonde or dyed, multi-hued. This person may also have some attributes like the sun card. They may be very sunny, joyful. They may radiate positive energy. They may also be very transparent in their actions and words. And even with that transparency and that type of honesty with this type of person, I still think you have this ability to even stun them. And that might explain a bit of that divide between the two of you, just the way that they're kind of holding back a little bit. Okay. So here we have the 7 of Pentacles. And again, good hair, very nice. That's 3 for 3. There may be a beard or a mustache or some very light stubble, brunette, and somebody who's very detail-oriented and also nurturing like you. This person will work to get things done, which may also reflect characteristics that you have. They may be someone who is excellent at their particular job or profession. You may know them through work. They might be a great coworker, or they may have a green thumb, as we see right here. I think they notice things about other people. There's that detail-oriented bit that's coming through. Okay, let's do some IMs for them as well. All right, we're getting I am crown. I am compassionate. Great. And I am patient. Very nice. These are great cards. Okay, so likely this person is very intelligent, possibly tapped into the spiritual realm. They are compassionate, as we saw again with the Seven of Pentacles here, and patient matches that as well. They would be willing to sit back and let you come to them, I think, group one, especially with the Nine of Wands that we talked about earlier. They're this close, but they don't know how to take it further with you. All right. And so for those of you who are looking or curious, like, is this going anywhere? Could it go anywhere? This won't be for everybody. We have the Daughter of Wands. The Son of Swords. And, all right, the Seven of Pentacles again. Interesting. Okay. So, in all likelihood, if you knew this person, met this person, had a chance to run across, run across them and, get the conversation going, this absolutely could turn into something. And just with this Daughter of Wands card, it might be a bit exciting. But I think in all likelihood, you, group one, are going to have to make the first move, because I see them kind of getting stuck in the same pattern of observing and interacting on the fringe, maybe afraid to disturb the bloom that they see here. If you do give an obvious green light, and it would have to be big, like, rock over the head, kind of a big, then we have the Son of Swords swooping in here from their end, and they will swoop in. It is very intense and very passionate, as we've got fast-moving energy with these two right here with the swords and the wands. But the overall flavor and outcome is the Seven of Pentacles again, which is something, it reflects something that can be built on. It may not be easy at first. It may not be, even though we have the passion and the fast movement, just kind of finding that stability and perhaps just saying, this is something we definitely want to go forward with. It really still can be something that could turn into something with promise. This is like the roots getting laid down. So if that's what you're looking for, this is actually really cool, group one. So it's slow and steady. It's very, very cool. So group one, that is what I'm getting for you. Let me know your thoughts in the comment box below, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you soon. Bye, group one. Hi, group two. If you picked the Mystery Rock and the Embroidered Forest Tarot, then this is your reading on who has their eye on you, who has a crush on you. So we are going to start with an energy check for you. And with this check, you can see if this pile sounds like you. If not, maybe check another pile out. There might be a message for you there. And from this point, if you're sticking with it, then we will see who is drawn to your particular energy. Okay, let's get into it. So we have the archetype of the box, we have the elephant, and the sea serpent. So let's talk a little bit about what we have going on here with the box. This tells me, group one, that you are somebody who is a nonconformist. You don't need social constructs to tell you who you are, to define you. You create your own roadmap, your own definition of norms, and you are very much marching to the beat of your own drum. You may be considered a rebel by some, a deep thinker, brave, or just a touch different. You likely ruffle some feathers, and depending on who you are and what stage you are in of climbing out of society's box, you will care more or less about these particular impacts. This is likely the way that the person who has their eye on you sees you, as somebody who speaks up, stands up, does things their own way, and in all likelihood allows themselves from time to time to be misunderstood. People who are comfortable with themselves allow that to happen. Because this is less about you needing to correct other people's thoughts and judgments of your intentions, but it's about you just being comfortable with where you are. Your feet are planted, always facing upstream while the current washes around you. You may bend, but you don't break. This person who has their eye on you, they will see mystery and strength and integrity and this bold, shining light. We have that on the elephant too. Look at that. That emanates from you. And the world needs people like you. You are fierce. You don't have to be loud about it, but you are ready to stand up for those who need it. The outward journey of leaving behind social norms reveals a strong character who is always on the inner quest. The light coming from you is strong, and it really is like a lodestone for this person. I feel like they're absolutely magnetized by you and perhaps even a little afraid. All right, let's talk about the elephant. This one doesn't come out very often. It just does when, for me, when this person is very, very strong or has very big energy. So there is powerful, palpable energy to you, group 2. Your crush cannot take their eyes off of you. And the elephant can, in this energetic instance, can both destroy and create obstacles to channel the focus and flow of energy towards a desired outcome. This builds on the foundation of the box that we were talking about here. There is wisdom here. And this doesn't mean you're steamrolling over things, although perhaps in younger years that was more of a go-to for some of you. With experience comes wisdom. There is a method to your work, and the elephant is very wise. With those you trust, you are loving, you are generous, you are gentle, and this person sees that and they want to see more of that to get closer to you. Sea serpent doesn't come out too often either in my readings. This expression, your expression, is being highlighted again with this card. This is about you harnessing that energy for good outcomes for everybody, for everyone involved. Really caring about people in the world, being able to direct the flow of energy. And this may be part of that wisdom we talked about with the elephant. There is an emphasis on having a healthy balance here. There's no shame with you on anything. You will talk about anything without fear of judgment. Topics that are taboo to some people: mental health, healing, feelings, forgiveness, shame itself, sexuality. You live at the intersection of energy and creativity. I do feel again that because this is being highlighted so much, group 2, that the person who has a crush on you is noticing these things in particular and perhaps doesn't see them in themselves. Not that they aren't there, but it's just that they want to have more of that come out. They want some of your nurturing that you share with your friends and your loved ones. They want the healing you bring to others for themselves. They want to swim in your waters, group 2. They want the freedom of expression that you bring. All right, let's look at some things, statements for you that can emphasize a little bit more about your personality. So we have, I am unique. You certainly are. I am calm. Interesting, because we're talking about some fierce energy here. And I am sacral. Beautiful. This actually matches that perfectly. So I am unique. Yes, you are. You're somebody who bucks the norm. You're different. You are a horse of a different color, group 2. When it comes to the calmness, not everybody may see that side to you, but at the heart of you, yes, you are. You may get riled up over causes that are near and dear to your heart, but someone who's in it for the long haul, who's living their authentic life, is going to be sitting in the stillness that you occupy in the seat of your heart. You have to be calm to remain there. And I think that's what this crush is noticing, this dichotomy between perhaps a public persona that some are too lazy or busy staying comfortably inside their box to bother to scratch the surface, but your crush sees you. They see you. Yeah. And they want to get to know you better. And finally, I am sacral. Yes, this is the energy of the sea serpent, being able to channel creativity's energetic flow. This is that nurturing healing, being able to express desires and live without shame, getting the better of you. And that doesn't mean shame doesn't exist for you. It's just that you know how to manage it better than other people. And you may also enjoy your time expressing yourself sexually as well. So with that being said, that is your energy check, and we are going to hop into part 2 of the video. We are going to lay down some cards on your crush and who they are, their intentions, how they look, possibly. We'll talk about that, and a little bit about their personality that's coming through, and then if, for those of you that are single, interested, if this has potential to go anywhere. Okay, group 2, let's get into intentions. Okay, so we have here the Knight of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, the Lovers, hey, and the Knight of Wands. Very nice. Okay. Hey, not bad. Not bad for intentions at all. Okay. I'm going to move this off to the side here. Okay. So I think we have a pretty good idea of how your crush sees you already, which these cards here are going to show us the intentions, which are pretty transparent. I think they are a little concerned with coming across as a little too edgy or pushy or sharp. They don't want to blow everything with you because you have this dynamic energy about you. They don't want to mess this up. They may see a bit of that sharpness with you too, a similar energy, and may be afraid that you will cut them out if they approach the situation without the right finesse, without just being authentic. And so that can be nerve-wracking. With the Ace of Pentacles and the Lovers, it is very clear that this person wants to make you a very stable offering. It is clear where their priorities are. I feel like this is a little bit beyond the word crush. Crush seems trivial. This feels like someone who wants to partner with you, group 2. They want to build something solid with you. And the emphasis is on with. This is together. This is being part of a team. It's not just them dominating you in fantasies. It's not about how they appear to you. It's not about how you fix them. It's building a partnership on equal footing. You know, and notice this too. You both are, if this is you and this is him, her, them, you're facing one another, right? So that feels significant to me. When I see that, I always pay attention to those placements, moving toward one another. So if you haven't met this person yet, when you do, I feel like you are going to feel like you are on the same page. They really want to court you with passion, and they will do it like it is their job. So be prepared for a lot of fast-moving energy here with this, passionate, sensual, and I think just a lot of fun, group 2. So that's pretty nice. Let's get into what this person might look or act like. Now, please remember to take appearances in these readings with a grain of salt, as there are many people watching this from all over the world. This person can likely look like many, many different types of people. This reading really is more about the energy of the person, but I am putting in appearance references for those people who feel a pull to this. I'm going to be putting down 3 cards, and you can take these 3 cards however you'd like. You can take all of the information across all 3 cards. You could pick one pile that seems to resonate with you the most, or a blending of the information there. I am not going to be specifying gender, as these videos really are made for everyone, so this person could identify as male, female, or non-binary. It doesn't matter, it's what resonates for you. All right, so let's get into this part. We have got, first of all, the 9 of Swords, We have Ace of Wands. And the Two of Swords. Okay. Interesting. A lot of brunette action here. Okay. So this individual may have wavy, curly, kinky, or braided hair, shoulder length perhaps. There is some texture there. It may not be very styled. It's simple. Red may be a favorite color, and that may be reflected in clothing or accessories. I do see a red hoodie in my mind's eye for some of you, so just casual. This person may have some anxiety or has gotten over some tough times recently, which is part of the reason why they may be so drawn to your light. They have lived. It hasn't always been easy. They really are an old soul. They may also like birds or own birds, since we have the birds here and over here as well. The person may be fair complected or have a lighter complexion, brown, black, or possibly auburn hair. Now, if again, we're looking at these as separate entities or individuals, or you might be combining things, we have something very different coming across for the Ace of Wands. On the opposite end of the spectrum, we may have someone who enjoys going all out with the hair. They may express themselves through bright colors or wigs, extensions, weaves, you name it. The brighter, the better. If they're into makeup, the makeup will also reflect this. This person may be creative, a very, very bright flame, full lips. For many people in this group, I'm seeing someone fit but not necessarily tall, almost a bit stocky, like curvy. If a woman, muscular. If a man, just a bodybuilder type frame. All right. So just somewhere in living in that, just there's a little more to this person. It's very sensual. Others, of course, may be tall and slender. It just depends. There is also the feeling of sorrow that is tucked underneath this fiery, fun energy. Oh my goodness. It's a little kernel that's tucked inside their heart. And I don't think it defines who they are, but it's just there. It's just part of the package, you know. And I was getting that anxiety here, so I do think that is kind of running through as a theme for everybody. Yeah. There's some things that this person's been through, I think. Okay, and when we look at the Two of Swords, maybe a brunette, maybe dark brown or black hair. Again, this feels more or less done up. It's still around shoulder length. There are some line art style tattoos. They might be less colorful, but again, it depends on the person. They may be very intuitive. They tend to go with their feelings and their gut. They may have a simple style, a little witchy looking maybe. They may wear darker or more neutral colors, and people might seek them out for insight. They may just have that way, would be a little psychic perhaps. And again, they may have experienced some kind of persecution or hard times, difficult times in their life. Things haven't always been easy for them. There also may have been, for this group, this pile, some kind of severing of family ties or abandonment or loss in their family life. They have walked through tough times and may be searching for a guiding star, and you might be part of that picture for them. Not that you need to be that person, but that might be part of why they see you the way that they do. Okay, so what are they like? What else do we have here? Resourceful. Ooh, ready. I am ready. I love that. And cool. Very cool. Not creepy like stalker you, but I am you. Okay. So these all make sense to me given some of the background we have seen with the other cards. This person would be intelligent or crafty. I think they can think on their toes. They're likely very creative. And they are very ready for a relationship, as we saw above with the Lovers card here, and just the energy of them moving toward you, right? Yeah, and they may see elements of themselves in you or are strongly aligned with some of your core beliefs and principles, group two. They may see a bit of a soul connection between the two of you, and perhaps that's there. Okay, so for those who are looking, and this isn't going to be everybody, is this going to go anywhere. Let's take a peek. Okay, so we have the Tower. We have the Empress. And the Moon. These cards are awesome. Okay, so let's talk. Let's talk, friends. It can. Long story short, it can, but there may be some big changes that have to happen. With the Tower card popping up here, I wonder, are some of you already involved in a relationship with somebody else? Maybe, or perhaps they are. And for others, this just may indicate a big change would happen, and that change may be on their side, or it might be on yours. It could be that their presence just shakes things up so much, it rearranges your world a little bit. That isn't good, it isn't bad, it just is. And with the Empress, there is an indication of adoration and love, possibly family for those looking long term. And if you aren't in the market for that, the Tower moment here may be a change in your thinking surrounding that. You know, family life isn't for everybody, but you never know. You just never know where life is going to take you. There may be some fears on your end, more so than theirs. I really do feel, again, with this I am ready card, the Lover's card, the Knight of Wands, they are ready. Yeah, they're ready for this. So the fears that may pop up may be more just on your end. Are you ready for this? I think there are some patterns of behavior, habits, or concerns that may stop you from fully embracing this initially. Is this something that could be long-term for you, Group 2? Yes. It's up to you whether you want to go that route or not. And either way, should you meet this person or engage with them, it will be something that you are not likely to forget. So Group 2, that is what I'm getting for you. Let me know your thoughts in the comment box below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you soon. Bye, Group 2. Hi, Group 3. If you picked the Mystic Mondays Tarot and the Halite, then this is your reading on who has their eye on you, who has a crush on you. We are going to start with an energy check for you. And with this check, we will see if the pile sounds like you. And from there, we will see who is drawn into your current energy. So let's pop into your reading. Okay, so we have the archetype, the Poet. We have Cobra. And we have Mouse. So let's talk about what that means for you and your energy check. With the energy of the Poet, you are someone who is an artist in your heart. And even if you were to scoff at that thought, I'm not an artist, you are. You have an artist's sensibilities. Your heart is open to the world around it. You are a truth teller, a witness, and can stand in places that might make others cringe or shy away. I absolutely love this card as the creator, Kim Krans, of the deck and then the writing that supports it. She describes this archetype as one whose work it is to feel immensely and not to be afraid of that. Not everybody can do that, Group 3. Thus, you straddle the realm of the physical and then also the universal. You live from your heart space, which is a bridge between your upper and your lower chakras. It is the place where healing happens. There is a wisdom of people that live from here, a wisdom about you. You have lived, and not everybody can recognize it, nor will they appreciate it, but others who have walked this path, they will. And this can be an initiation for some and a birthright for others. Some people are just born very sensitive. This may make you a big softie. You may find it easy to cry for yourself, for others, and you are likely a very good witness to other people when they are going through hard times. They may lean on you. They may find solace with you. You are the ear that others may come to truly rely on. You use your voice to share truths of the world and all you see. You are the vessel that can hold both the light and the dark without judgment or fear. And you may also actually be a poet, a writer, or you may use your voice in some capacity. It is a strength, so don't silence that. You may be a bit introverted when it comes to recharging your batteries, but you love to observe people, and you also may be a bit of a romantic at heart. Now, this is really interesting as we have the Mouse and the Cobra as well. It's almost this like yin and yang, a predator and prey. right? So let's talk about Cobra first. Cobra means in this in this type of energy that you are a student of life, both humble and wise. You teach others naturally through conversation, and you may not realize the impact that you possess. You make others want to rise up and be better, to do better. You allow them the space to process all that needs to be, and people walk away from you feeling better. You have a loving and an intense vibe to you. When you offer someone your focus, it is unwavering. Your heart, you give it all. You are also a student of life, and you seek to learn from others as much as they teach you. Now, if we head over to Mr. Mouse here, you may be very detail-oriented, and you catch glimpses of great beauty in the smallest things, which is also just part of the poet's sensibilities. You notice and take pleasure in small touches and the gestures of others, and perhaps it is because of your poet's heart and sensitivities. There are times that you might play a bit small, try to control a situation a bit to avoid an undesired outcome. You know, I don't want eyes on me right now. So if that sounds like you, well, let's go a bit further. We'll look at some I ams here. We have I am shadow. I love that. I am student. And I am magic. Yes, you are. So a poet can straddle that spot between light and dark spaces. As I said, you embrace the light and the dark in the world. I think others don't feel judged in your space. You have like a bit of a healer vibe to you as well. You have this magic around you, group 3. The sparkles here on the mouse. See those? You are a person who dwells in magic spaces and channels it for others to see and to soak into their skin. And that I am student refers back to Cobra when we talked about being a student for life. Always a student, never a master, may be your motto. So you're somebody who you learn to live and you live to learn. There's just a little bit of that. You're always willing to listen to others and to learn from them and to greet them. So let's get into the next part of your reading. That is the details of who has their eye on you. And so with that, we have the 2 of Cups. And we also have Justice. Interesting. Okay. So this person who has their eye on you sees you, I think, as a wonderful companion. The feeling I'm getting is wanting to connect on an emotional level. And I think they recognize your intellect and the way that you can hold others in your heart space without judgment. I think you make them feel seen. And they want more of that feeling with you. While this is a crush, it feels less sexual and more like a strong companionship and friendship. They think your intellect is sexy, your brain, your big heart. This person might fantasize about you going out to coffee together or meeting up at a wine bar. And this would be the person that you have lengthy conversations with on a starlit night. They could also be a companion, and you might have adventures with them. And they are like a polar opposite to you, a yin and yang balance that we see here with these scales and the Libra energy. And you might actually already know this person. Some of you may have met online. Others, it may be in passing, someone who would have a chance to get to know you perhaps in conversation, or they may be peeping in on your socials. Okay, let's talk now about what this person might look like or act like. So remember, we have to take appearances with a grain of salt here, as there are many different people watching this reading from all over the world. So this person can likely look like many different people. This reading really is more about the energy of this person, but I'm going to toss in appearance references for those people who feel a pull to this. You can also see this as 3 distinct possibilities, 1 per card, and see what feels the most familiar to you when I'm drawing 3 cards. Or you may end up meshing the appearance of 1 card with the personality of the 2 others. I'm not specifying gender here, as these videos are made for everyone, so this person could identify as male, female, or non-binary. It doesn't matter. It is what resonates for you. All right, first things first. We have got the King of Pentacles here. Four of Cups, and the Page of Wands. Okay, let's see if I can go in a little closer for you. All right, so let's look at King of Pentacles. This person may be a little older than you, and they respect what you have going on between your ears. This would be a wonderful companion, conversationally, especially as they share their knowledge, they broaden your own perspective a little bit. They may be older or act from a place of wisdom. They may have gray or white hair, dyed or natural. It may also be light colored ashy blonde or brown. They are very comfortable in their own skin, and they really feel to me as though they don't have anything to prove. Of all, I don't want to say that of all of them, but they feel like they are very comfortable in their own skin, maybe more so than the other cards that are popping up here. Now with the Four of Cups on the opposite end of the spectrum, your crush may be someone who's youthful or younger than you. They may have fallen on hard times or just in a funk right now. They may not see themselves the way that others do and are drawn to the light that you project. They feel safe and comfortable with you, but they may not be able to articulate what they want. They may still be figuring out their own things. They just know they like being near you. Who wouldn't like being near you? This person may have longer hair and lighter skin, or I'm getting very fine hair for some of you. Maybe they don't have any hair. Okay, and Page of Wands. This person is going to be likely the most adventurous here, and it's almost like opposites attract, I feel like, for the two of you. This is where that yin and yang is coming in, and I'm being drawn again back to the idea of the cobra and the mouse. So this is the one who sees that side of you that's more like the mouse, where there might be that need to control just a little to be safe, and this person's going to be challenging you on that big time. They are ready to go. They are the yin to your yang. You may have met briefly and they just felt drawn to your energy. Or should I be saying they are the yang to your yin? I don't remember which is which, I'm sorry. So this one may be a bit of a button pusher. Brunette possibly, tan or darker skin, longer hair. It could be dyed many colors depending on the day of the week. Hair extensions, fun stuff going on, wavy, curly, kinky. This person is very fiery and may bring out more of a passionate side with you. Let's go a little further with the personality here. Okay, we have, I am solar plexus. That feels right. I am fearless. Interesting. And I am child. Okay. That's a very interesting mix. The solar plexus is showing me that this person does have a definite personality and one that will pop through. You are going to know them immediately when you meet. There is strength there. It doesn't matter what combination of characteristics that we talked about is going to be coming through for them. There is definitely going to be a strength. They may not show all of their cards immediately in some instances, but I do get the sense of a strong transparency with this group. The transparency extends to this idea of being fearless in many aspects, and that quality has helped them get to where they are, whether that is a place that they desire or not, you know, and depending on where we are in the spectrum, like the King of Pentacles person can probably look back and reflect on the time and, you know, say, hey, everything's fine. And that there might be a little less of that if it's the Four of Cups person, especially if they're kind of down on themselves right now. So what else do we have here? We do have this willingness to learn as well, which is where I see an overlap with you, a similarity to you, being a student and not placing your experience above anybody else. The person who has a crush on you has a similar vibe. They carry that with them. And it is a place where you both can meet on common ground. And I think it's something that draws a lot of people to both of you. Just that openness, that's a lovely characteristic to have. It just shows, yeah, you're curious about the world. You're curious about other people. You're others oriented. All right, so where is this going to be going? So what popped up here was the Nine of Wands and the Seven of Swords. So I think this isn't quite enough to become something as steady as you might desire, if that's what you're looking for, if you're looking for something long term. I just feel like there isn't quite enough work, at this moment where the energy is right now, that's being put in by the other person. I think there are things going on that are blocking that. I feel as though you may end up doing a lot of the heavy lifting here. And I think that you would see that very quickly, and realize at a certain point that you are probably going to walk away or need to walk away. However, if you are looking for short-term companionship, if you're looking for adventure, if you're looking for conversation, then this might be something to look into. And perhaps you are just watching this to confirm something that you already know. There may be some interest from someone who's in your social stratosphere, who's acting, in a certain way. And you're kind of going, what's going on there? It's because they are interested. So I leave that in your hands to think about group 3. That is what I am getting for you. Let me know your thoughts in the comment box below, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you soon. Bye, group 3. Hi, group 4. If you picked the Aragonite and the Modern Witch Tarot, then this is your reading about who has a crush on you, who has their eye on you right now. We are going to begin with an energy check to ascertain if this is your pile or not. And then from there, we will go a bit further into details about this person that has their eye on you. So let's get into your cards. Okay, so, hey, Siren. We have the Siren, Crow, and Beaver. Okay, so group 4, you're sexy, right? You have a way about you that makes other people very, very distracted. And it isn't necessarily your appearance in a conventional sense. It's just the way you are. You ooze confidence and mystery. You are perfectly at home in your skin. For some of you, it is likely that you are quite attractive. And one of my favorite things is in this deck, the creator, Kim Krans, says that the Siren explores things that are taboo. The Siren laughs at conventions. The Siren eats rules. There is a quality to you that transfixes others, it bewitches them, and you may not be doing this intentionally either. You may not actually know you are this way, although I think that you probably suspect it on some level. There's a tiny little jewel of it if you're not, super overt. So I get the strong sense of you leaving a little bit of mystery behind you, and you really likely are a mermaid. Bathing naked under the light of the full moon. The fish come to swim with you. The forest creatures join you to frolic. You are as at home here alone with human creatures for company, or with no human creatures for company, as you would be surrounded by others at a party. Queen or king of nature, and then also of the party. You actually may be a little intimidating to other people as well. Actually, that could be coming through a lot for you. Very strong. So with the Crow, you are likely quite intuitive yourself, psychic, in touch with your body, your sensuality, your human nature. You are a spiritual being having a human experience, and you know that, you remember it, and you honor that. And with the Beaver, you are also likely to be very comfortable at home, and you may even be a little bit of a homebody at times, which if people judge you on your appearance, they may not see that about you. But I see you totally digging your little cottage in the woods, enjoying what is around you, and being completely present in your tasks. You may even get a bit lost, a bit absorbed in what you do, which is part of that quality that leaves others wondering about you. What do they do with their spare time? Do they think about me? Do they notice me? And whatever you put your mind to, I think you give it a fair shot. That doesn't mean that you stick with anything that doesn't suit you. You can easily put things down just as quickly as you pick them up. Okay, let's look at some other qualities we have here. We have I am water. Perfect. I am sexy, duh. Okay. And I am third eye. This is perfect. So I really don't think there's much explanation given what we've already gone over. Water is emotions, and the siren is perfectly at home here, allowing moods to slip and slide around. You can wear moods like a second skin, sexy 1 minute, nurturing another, receptive, active, fluid. It's all there, mercurial. You ebb and flow like the tides. I mean, I'm picturing an actor or an actress just getting into what they're doing. Who do I love? Jessica Lange. I think she's amazing. She can be like so sexy and beautiful in one thing and just be a completely different person in another role. She transfixes when she is on the screen. That is just what's popping into my head right now. I don't think I am sexy needs any further explanation. And I am third eye. This taps back into the psychic senses. This just reinforces the idea of an otherworldly quality that you possess. You are a visionary for what you want and need, and you can come up with a way to get that. So let's get into the details on who has their eye on you. Okay, friends, we're going to take a look at your person's intentions, the person who has a crush on you, the person who has their eye on you. What are they thinking? Where do they want things to go? All right. We have the Ten of Pentacles. Okay. Whoops. Pull that down a little. We've got the Two of Pentacles. Nice. And the Seven of Cups. All right, so earth and water. That's going on. That might mean something to some of you. So here's the thing. I think this just is showing me, because the higher numbers, that you probably have a lot of options. I think you look like full-time partner potential, like lifetime partner legacy here to a lot of people. And this may be in part a projection. I think people often see what they want to see when they have their eye on someone that they are interested in, especially as they're getting to know them. Being an attractive person, you're going to have to be discerning. I see you here balancing options right there with the Two of Pentacles, and remembering here with the Seven of Cups that all that glitters isn't gold. So make sure you know somebody well before committing, and you probably already know this. And that might be why you spend some time, kind of keeping things to yourself. So what might this person or people look like? This is what we've been looking at. This is a little different, I think, for you, because first of all, we have to take appearances with a grain of salt, because there are so many people watching this all over the world. So this crush, this person who has their eye on you, can likely look like many different people. This reading really is more about the energy of this person, but I toss in appearances as reference cards for those people who want that or who are interested in that. There are lots of ways you can look at this. I'm going to be putting out 3 cards, and you can look at each one separately as a distinct entity or message. And you may look at them as a merging or blending of appearance and just personality information as well. So I'm not going to be specifying gender, as these videos are made for everybody. So the person could identify as male, female, or non-binary. It doesn't matter. It's what resonates for you. So, okay. We have, I don't know, I just see this as like Mr. Generic guy. Seven of Cups again. That says a lot about, I think, just what you've had to deal with. And we have the Ten of Cups. Oh my goodness. Look at this. 10 and the 10 again, 7 and 7. And then 3, the 3 of Cups. Beautiful. Okay. All right, so we have a lot of water happening here, sirens, group 4. So I feel like with all of these cups being represented, again, you have lots of options here. It may not even be worth talking about the features that we see here, because we have so many different people that are represented here. And there might be so many people for you, so many options, that they all kind of blend together to form like Mr. Generic guy here. There will be some good qualities to this person or these people, and then there's also going to be some trash mixed in with the treasure. You will have to be discerning with your choices depending on what you want. You know, again, look at, we have the snake popping out there. I'm not even going to go there. Then we've got water. Okay, that's nice. You know, there's like a bat wing hanging out there. We have ladders extending up, and this person's thinking about things. So this card literally makes me feel like there are creepers in every facet of your life. Social media, work, anywhere. Some of you watching this may actually be, you might have a little elevated status. Be well known so that you have a lot of eyes on you, which can lead to issues of trust. You know, who do you let in your circle? Why is this person being nice to me? Is it disingenuous? You know, and some people aren't bothered by that. They're like, hey, you know, however the person gets here, they get here. But if you have more of the poetic sensibilities that I picked up at the beginning of this reading with the siren, the crow, and beaver, this can be an issue for you. Trust, you know, is important. You know, is this person being authentic with me? Or is it just because of, you know, who I'm in proximity to, what I could do for them? Are they using me? Is this, you know, is this truth? Now, as I mentioned before as well, we're going to have some sleazeballs, but there are also many, many lovely options for you out here. This is literally one of the best cards that you can get in the deck. You know, and these options, these people look like every single color of the rainbow. You can find harmony with some folks, a happy home. You can find longevity. You can find joy. You know, it's really just about, I think, you having to settle in and kind of do the work. And that's probably something you're used to at this point, I would imagine. And that's hard. And I think not everybody recognizes that if they're not in that club of being really, really attractive. Most of us don't know what that's like, but it can be hard. It could absolutely be hard. But there is happiness, there is opportunity for you here. And again, as I mentioned before, it can look like anything or anybody. So I'm not going to get too much, I'm not going to go into the appearances. You know, and with the Three of Cups, this to me is very interesting because this looks like, I don't know, these ladies are like models or something. It's interesting because I'm getting this distinct vibe of your own people. So people like you, other sirens, other magic makers, you know, maybe like attracts like here. You may have some interested folks who carry the same energies as you do. You know, I get this camaraderie from this card, not necessarily romance, but companionship. So people who understand what you're going through, and you understand them as well. So there may be those people that you find that maybe you start to date, or you think there's some interest, and then it turns out you guys wind up much better as friends or friendship going there. So let's take a look for your multiple options that you have right now. Is this going to go anywhere for those of you who are currently looking? We have got the King of Pentacles here. And we have the Ten of Swords. I kind of want to put these, I know this is going to mess all the cards up, but these are wanting to be here because our last card is the Sun. Nice. Okay, so let's chat. Long story short, yes. You again may have to do some digging, as I mentioned earlier. Dating may just in general be tougher for you, you know, to kind of weed out the good and the bad. There may be folks who misunderstand you. There may be people who project things onto you. There may be people who are jealous of you, you know, and so you might be this person down here. Everything is fine. It's fine. But yes, you can find a long-term suitable and a stable person for you just as easily as you could find bogus relationships. But I think ultimately, maybe not as easy, but ultimately there is joy. You know, you just have to do a bit of digging, right? You got to dig to plant a garden, right? You know, should you wish to pursue something with a crush? Yes. Yeah. You can find that sunshine and that joy. So Group 4, this is really unique energy. I'd love to know who you are. That's what I'm getting for you, so let me know about you, your journey. Put your thoughts in the comment box below, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you soon. Bye, Group 4. Hi, Group 5. If you picked the Austera Tarot and this quartz crystal, then this is your reading about who has a crush on you, who has their eye on you. So we are going to start with an energy check for you, and with this check you can see if the pile sounds like you. And from there we will see who is drawn to your energy. We're going to start with looking at your cards. Okay, so Group 5, what we're looking at here is going to be a little different and a little deep, and if this doesn't sound like you, check out another pile, because this is a fairly specific message. So the archetype that describes you currently is the orphan, or this is what's coming through in your current energy. So you may be somebody who is aware of an ever-present duality in you, something that is satiated at times, and at other times it's hungry and it's raw. The feeling of isolation, of being alone, an abandonment versus a feeling of contentment, deep love, and solace. And these two parts, at times, they can coexist, and at other times they feel like they are at war with one another. If there's a wound, a rejection, it can bring out the hurt side. The crying side comes boiling up to the surface as a chance for you to examine what really lies beneath this wound, what's inside and what's deeper. Now, Group 5, we all have these feelings to one extent or another, and for many people they go largely unaddressed. This is unique though, if that you are here right now, you may be more alert and more aware and more in tune of what's going on with you versus others. While you keep a close watch on others' behavior, that's another part of it as well. You may be someone who's on guard, on watch, protective. You may operate on some finely honed instincts that have got you this far in life. You may be in the middle of a lesson of decision. What stays? What's still serving me? You know, what is safe to thank for its service and recognize its existence and say, while you were once useful, I do not need this protection anymore. Thank you. I love you. You hold this part in tenderness, and the appearance of the orphan card shows that you have an artist's heart, whether you create art or not in a traditional sense, Group 5, and you can express this in a way that feels right to you. You are a deeply creative soul, and your voice needs to be heard, to be seen, and to be recognized. So, questions you could ask yourself: how do you honor these feelings? How do you honor yourself? Is it poetry? Is it spoken word? Is it collage, writing, music, gardening, cooking? There is truly something for everyone, and it's the question really is, what is your way? What is your way? With the panther, this can refer to your protective side, the side that comes up when you feel a rejection or an abandonment. You may also extend this protection to others on their behalf, just kind of the way like a quartz point can focus energy outward. You know, whether the people ask for that or not, it's just part of your nature. The panther may also be here to remind you to annihilate or to purge what's not necessary for you anymore, to cut out the fat, so to speak. A panther guide appears in times of energy stagnation when it is time for growth, and that growth, that period, can feel very destructive. But the intent is to bring us closer to more fulfilled lives. It's sort of like a tower moment in tarot. It doesn't always look pretty, or it doesn't feel very good in the moment. It can be a little uncomfortable, but we trust and know that our journey is leading us to a brighter place. And a reminder here for you too, please remember, Group 5, you are brave. There is a reason that you have come this far, and that your guides want you to remember that it is you who has done this. Panther energy is destructive, but it is nurturing, and it's want to protect. Now, golden egg. I don't think I've pulled this card ever for someone else. So Group 5, you are my first people. And this might be what the panther is protecting. It's the tender and open spot in the center of being in your heart. This is where the wound comes from, as we mentioned in the orphan card. This is also where we need to let the panther step aside, please, and allow the light in to help us heal. We need to be vulnerable in order to hear the music of our own hearts. which is why, in part, allowing that artist side of you to emerge and come out to play is so important. What messages are being shared in your heart's tune? This is the gateway to your higher self, your inner self, to you, your connection to the universe. Your words are so important. What words are exchanged when you meet this old friend sitting on the throne of your heart? All right, we have, to take it a step further, we have I am strong. Apparently just throwing cards around right now. I am aware, yes. Nice. And I am beginning. Okay. You already know you're strong, group 5. It might be nice to set down your armor every now and then and let someone else take up watch, to be seen for your strength and your tenacity, but also for being human and needing a rest. Maybe you're tired. It's exhausting to have to be vigilant all of the time, and you know this. I am aware speaks to an understanding of your origin, your story, and how far you've come. And this I am beginning card here, it shows the start of something fresh for you, something green poking through the white snow at the end of winter. This lets us know it's time for spring, group 5. All right, so that was a little intense for a general reading and an energy check. It just was, I wasn't even going to do this 5th pile, honestly, but it just came roaring through, and I was like, I have to add this in. So if this sounds like you, and it feels like you, just hang in there, group 5. You are brave, you are amazing, and I am sending you all a big hug. So we're gonna sit down for a moment and get into the details of who has their eye on you. We're going to look at intentions, and we're going to try to get a feel for personality and how this person might look. And then for those who are interested, possibly a future outcome, if that's something that you are looking toward. Okay, so beginning with intentions, we have the Knight of Wands. Spicy. Okay. And okay, the Hierophant. I love, look at sight step forward on that goal. So this person who has a crush on you may have some very distinct ideas about having fun with you, as we have that Knight of Wands there. This is fast moving energy. It is sexy energy. It is passionate. It's sweep you off your feet kind of energy. But the kicker is the Hierophant is about contracts, traditions, and can signify marriage or a longer partnership. So if this is something you are looking toward right now, you may want to get to know this person a bit better. All right, let's take a look at how they might look or act. So when we're talking appearances in these kinds of general readings, you want to take this with a grain of salt, as there are many people watching this, so the person can likely look like many different people. This reading really is more about the energy of the person, but I'd like to toss in appearance references here and there for those people who are feeling a pull toward that. You can also see this as distinctly different possibilities as I'm going through. I'm going to pull 3 different cards, and you might see this as I've got 3 different possibilities or 3 different people, 1 per card. Just see what feels the most familiar to you. Or you might end up meshing the appearance of 1 card with the personality of 2 others. I'm not going to be specifying gender, as these videos are made for everyone, so the person could identify as male, female, or non-binary. It doesn't matter. It's just what you are interested in and what resonates for you. All right, so let's talk about appearance and personality a little bit. We have the 2 of Wands. I'm going to kind of put these out here. The Hanged Man. And Page of Pentacles. Okay. So this person is someone who may take calculated risks. They may be a bit of a planner, and they are methodical and rather organized about things. But on the other hand, they may also be a bit daydreamy as well. Seems like that wouldn't mesh, but they do. They may enjoy traveling or having conversations about potentials, like what if we could go wherever we wanted? What would you do if you were a millionaire? This person may have had their eye on you for some time, and they may be planning out just the right way to approach you. They are setting goals and want to be doing that with you for your future. They may have brown hair. It could be dyed or streaked with fun colors. They may wear extensions, weaves, wigs. It could be a cute bob, just like it's, the appearances here on this card, or it might be styled otherwise, or it could be shorter. They make things look natural, and they may have a relaxed style, but they look good. And I feel like they make things just look kind of effortless or easy. Possibly tan skin, medium brown, or dark brown skin. Now, if we jump into this Hanged Man possibility, this person has, just shook the camera. With the Hanged Man, this person has a maturity to them. They know when to hit the pause button on life. They stop and think through options before rushing on. And this might lead them to delay decision making, especially if they are dreamers. They may get caught up in those potential future thoughts. They may have recently taken some time off also from relationships, or they may be examining their wants and needs in relationships going forward so they can better communicate with their partner. Again, fun hair. Could be longer, olive skin tone, likely brown or hazel eyes, still a relaxed way of dressing that's coming through here. And with the Page of Pentacles, if this person's young, they have this maturity to them. They have been thinking, they've been meditating, they've been concentrating on manifesting what it is they want in a relationship. They want to make a solid offer for you going forward. They are ready to lay down the foundation for a beautiful future with you. So someone with pale skin, full lips, and probably full brows as well, or they style them that way. Brunettes or auburn hair, possibly. Very relaxed style of dressing. Again, that's the one thing that's kind of going through, and also possibly the hair being brunette. All right, let's get a little more about personality if possible. Very nice. Okay, we have I am open. I am abundant. And I am fun. All right, this is really good, group 5. They are open, they are ready for something, they are abundant in their viewpoint, in their emotional availability, and their readiness to be with somebody, and that's you. They have their eye on you, and they're fun. They may have a lighthearted quality to them that rounds out a wonderful partner. So enough about them. Is this going to be going anywhere for those of you who are looking? And again, this won't be for everybody, because some people are just, you might just be curious. So we have the Two of Swords. We have the King of Cups. And the Knight of Cups as well. Okay. So is this going anywhere? Long story short, yes, it can, but it is entirely up to you. The ball is in your court, group 5. The Two of Swords represents decisions. How are you going to make this decision? From your heart, your intuition, your head, from the fears or wounds of the past that we talked about with the Orphan card. Here, the blue jay, blue bird, whatever it is blindfolded, and it must go within to make a clear decision. This indicates you may feel some hesitation to jump into this, but it is okay, because with the King of Cups card here, you are dealing with someone who is emotionally available and settled. Someone who can wait a bit. They know your treasure. They want to know that golden egg at the center of your heart space. And if you give the green light, they will move forward full speed, just like the Knight of Cups there with full sails, and with you, moving forward toward a mutually beautiful future. It's in your hands. The decision is in your hands. So I do see with this, even though swords are quick, I think I see you sort of taking some time here to think about this, but if you do decide to go forward with it, things will move fairly quickly. But keep in mind, they do have this maturity, so they'll take it at the pace that's comfortable for you. All right, group 5. Thank you for being here with me today and allowing me the privilege to read for you. This is what is coming across for you, so let me know your thoughts in the comment box below if you are comfortable with that. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you soon. Bye, Group 5.